Once again, welcome all our partners for TechTech webinar. So here is your host, Monica, a channel account manager at 42 Gays India. So here's my contact, Monica.m at 42Ks, and my contact number has been displayed. You guys can reach me out for anything related to the sales. I'll be happy to assist you. Yes, so today's topic is SureMDM OS updates. So, which is nothing but also as a patch update with SureMDM, we do have collaborated approach of automated and advanced OS update management. So let's understand what is Windows patch management today. The IT world loves automation. But here's the uncomfortable truth. When it comes to Windows Update Management in 26, automation without governance isn't a progress. It's a risk waiting for materialize. At 42 Gears, we have learned this lesson. That's why SureMDM offers two complementary approach, Windows Automated Patching and Windows Advanced Patching. They are not competing solution, they are strategic partners having you both efficiency and precision. Simplify Windows patch management with SureMDM. Well, with SureMDM, you do not have to invest in a separate Windows patch management software. In addition to offer a range of features by SureMDM, we can also act as a Windows patch management solution to you. So, why patch management? Having a robust patch management software is not only critical for maintaining system integrity and security, but it is also a key compliance requirement for information security framework such as ISO 27001, HIPAA, PCI DSS, etc., such as so many compliance authorities demand robust patch management as a software is a mandate in the IT world. So now, I'll be taking you through our live console, and I'll give you a kind of demo presentation. Let's understand how Sure MDM works with OS updates and how patch management has made life easier. Great. So hope my screen is visible. And here is a beautiful console of Sure MDM where you can see all the features of multiple menus and icons where we have created to cater a separate tab for OS updates. So when we click on OS updates, we do have the options of finding out the OS type, that is Windows, Mac, iOS, Linux, and tvOS as well. So today we are going little deeper understanding of Windows OS updates or Windows patch management. So as I was explaining you, so SureMDM has scattered both advanced patching and automated patching together. So let's understand what is advanced patching for us and what is automated patching. So when it comes to advanced patching, this is a beautiful dashboard of advanced patching where you can see the latest patches and you can see all the visible patches which has been pending based on the status, based on the patch distribution and based on the pending activity. So here, all deployed updates, if you click on all deployed updates, here it will cater you with all the details of total devices against pending patch status. A number of devices like installed 14 devices which has been installed with those patches, and there are close to 265 pending patches and not applicable and failed patches. So here you can get a complete overview of all the devices against the patch status. And here it is a distribution, patch distribution, which is nothing but based on the classification, whether it is a security patch update or it is a feature patch update. Based on the classifications, you can have the detailed overview of pending patches and their actionables. Here it is a pending patch pendings. Here you can see the progressive activity of the patch updates based on the duration. For example, minimum threshold of 30 days. Within this 30 days of patch updates, what is the progress? How many patches are going in successful ratio and how many are pending? How is the patch progress going on? Everything can be seen in this particular dashboard. If you scroll down with the overview, you will be able to find a detailed information of that particular patch with the KB number, details of that particular version of patch release, the particular date and the version. And you can also see number of devices installed, pending devices, and all this data can be exported. So based on this, you can also have that particular patch if there's any pending, then you can select that particular KB number and then immediately create a job for deployment as well. So let's understand the discovery update. So when what is like Sure MDM is offering? So we understood about the dashboard. It is giving a lot of beautiful display on the dashboard, like how many patches is running and what's happening. So what's behind those dashboard presentation? Here it is a discovery updates. So with Sure MDM, like intelligently give you the list of patches which is applicable, which is latest patch which has been pending and applicable for that particular device. So this is Sure MDM scanned update. Here, the number of devices which is enrolled to Sure MDM, the intelligence of Sure MDM will list out those patches which has been apt or suitable for that particular device, and number of devices also can be found here, and you can just take a step of deploy and that's done. So that's simple. The Sure MDM scanned updates give you for the simplified patch updates for an IT administrator. So then we also give you the Microsoft catalog updates as well. So here you have a complete Microsoft catalog with the complete details of that version of patch with the KB number, and you can also understand what kind of classification it has been given, whether it's a security updates, whether it's a standard updates, whether it is with the feature updates. So based on that classification and the published date, you can just select that particular patch and then click on deploy and select your group of devices and then apply deploy. Your job is done. So this is the customized features which has been available with Sure MDM under OS updates for your all patch management kiosks to be managed. So when after understanding all these things, and now there's another challenge, uninstall. So why did we give this option of uninstalling? So there are certain patches which has been running, might be due to a kind of heaviness of that particular patch or a kind of device issues or whatever. The patch has not been completely installed, and that has been creating a lot of like rollbacks, and that is creating a lot of end user heavy loadness on that particular user critical performance issue and all that. So at that time, you this is a list of those patches which is not successfully installed, and you can just select that particular patch which is creating a kind of like heaviness on that particular end user device, and which is creating a production productivity concerns, and you can straight away select that particular device and uninstall. So uninstall, when we do have an option for installation, uninstallation is one of the most critical step where we need to have this uninstallation to ensure to have the streamline on the productivity of the user. Yeah, so this is the option for your uninstallation. So this is all about advanced patching. Yeah, seems to be very simple, but very critical and complicated IT security requirement. So let's move on to advanced automated patching. So when we understand about overview, since we do have a very limited devices enrolled on this, the overview is as simple as that, and I can get you the overview how it has been seen in the console. This is how the advanced automated patching overview dashboard has been seen based on the rings, based on that particular enrollment, based on the rings which has been created. Minimum 5 such rings can be shown in the dashboard. So let me go back to the console. And yes, so this is now, hope my console is back to visible now. So let me get into the configuration. What exactly is automated patching? So automated patching is an automation of the patch updates where we cater to give you a kind of customized rings with the deferral period. So based on the deferral period has been created to make the patch updates smoother and easier based on the pre-testing activity and post-deployment as well. So we have carefully selected that particular deferral period and we have customized like by default four rings for you, and you can have a minimum 15 such customized rings can be created based on the user requirement. So we have created such customized rings for canary ring, which is a for a test level for any new patch release. No IT administrator will take a chance of risking the production endpoints to get into the disturbance of the latest patch version release, whether it is a smoother update or it can create a kind of workload imbalance. So better they'll put it on the test mode where we have created that particular canary ring, especially into the security patches or a feature. That's where we have given you here the option of feature. Those particular patches can get into the canary ring and get deployed in that particular test devices and see the performance of the patch deployment. And if there is no delay, no lag, and there is no issue in the slow down of the performance of that particular device, based on that, that will be adapted to the early ring, and then the broad rollout ring, and then generally available ring. So based on the customization of the users, you can customize those particular rings and you will have an understanding of roll out those particular patches. So these are the ring based approach based on the deferral period. You can understand here we have given you the quality check for 0 for quality check, 7 days rollout period, 15 days rollout period, and 30 days rollout period. So there, when there is a security patches, it will be given for a kind of early adapter ring because security patches are quite demanding. When there is a feature request or something, then it is not so critical to deploy immediately. It can be created and it can take its time, where you can select directly a general availability ring and you can customize those particular devices. And whenever the feature ready patches are coming, you can deploy it in the general availability ring. So let's understand how do we create a new ring. So let's name it kind of ring, and then let's understand what exactly is this particular customization by SureMDM has been provided. So it's all about what, when, and how. So here, update settings. It's all about what updates that you want to have, what kind of OS updates that you want to customize. Based on that, you can create all this option. So update channel, so general availability, release windows insider, beta version, so with the quality updates only, the release preview for quality updates only, and canary channel. So based on those particular channels, you can customize here and select the option on content behavior. Do not receive an optional update. When you want to give a kind of content based on this, automatically receive an option update. So based on the updates that you are receiving, with whether you are receiving it automatically or you are receiving it as in the optional update or it is available as a critical, based on that you can set that. So that is all about what, and this is when, as we spoke about deferral period. So it is all about deferral period that you can customize. That is when, when, like how many days of frequency that you want to have this patch update released, you can have this customization done here. And then how, so how to deploy, like based on the number of batches, where you can select the particular devices, where you can select the device type or user type, where you can select the timings, duration, everything you can select or like set a maximum working like active hours range. You can set it here, auto update behavior, where you can see auto install at maintenance time. All those options you can. So this is all about what, when, and how. So additional notifications where you can give for the end user, use a default window update notification, or you have to turn off the notification and you want to do the silent patch installation without any notification to the end user. And you have to turn off the notification, including the restart warning as well. So this kind of notification customization also can be done here. So this is about the configuration of the customized ring for you. So this is all about automation. So automation overall, it means that it is simply taking intelligence of Sure MDM is taking that particular defined ring. When we take any security patches, which is in based on the recent release, it will go for the canary ring and it will get into the test devices, and it will be early adapted later. So the rings will get rolled out, and based on that, the patches can be updated. So this is the beautiful features and availability in our console for your easiness on the patch management. So this is all about the presentation on the console. So let me just try to help you out to get some more theoretical information in terms of like Sure MDMs, what exactly Sure MDMs dual approach. So why 26 demands automated patching and advanced patching? The enterprise landscape has evolved. Complexity is a normal new norm. Hybrid work, cloud first architecture, and specialized hardware create more discrepancies. So risk tolerance has decreased. A bad update can be devastation of missing security patches. So tolerance or a kind of no tolerance approach has been coming. Nobody is there to miss any security patches, and these are the most critical things. So we have been collaborated together with the advanced and automated patching. So in advanced patching, all the list out by based on your device or based on your requirement, or advanced patching gives that particular patching. And with the automation, without sit back hassle free, you run those updates, it will come to canary ring and then proceed with further rollout, and based on that ring approach it will go. When there is any serious critical security complaints required, on when there is any vulnerability testing has to happen, at that time you can bypass those ring approach and get into advanced patching as well. So complaints has intensified. Regulation increasingly required documented Windows update, processing, and demonstrate control. Exactly, that's what I was talking about. So when it comes to a complaints, when it comes to audit reporting, it's an annual auditing for the company. So they need those regulation in terms of documentation, the process, and which is much demanded today. So user expectations have risen. End users expect both security and stability. So security has been provided with the advanced patching, but stability of having a regular updates, automation is something called stability that Sure MDM is giving that together as an approach, where you can initially roll out the automation and then you can utilize advanced on the critical mode. In this environment, pure automation is naive. The pure manual management is untenable. The answer is intelligent orchestration. Sure, MDM's dual approach. Let's understand the final thoughts on this. Why Sure MDM is giving a dual approach? In 26, the question isn't whether the automated Windows update, it's how to automate responsibly. Sure MDM's dual approach acknowledges that not every scenario fits predefined rings. So when there is any critical patches, it cannot fit into the predefined ring. It cannot get into the testing, and based on the deferral period, it cannot take its own time to get into the deployment mode. So visibility is as important as velocity. So that's why advanced patching gives you a visibility of the total trends of the patching, which has been open and which has been pending. So visibility is as important as velocity, and the ability to intervene quickly is non-negotiable. So when there is a quick intervention during the security updates, you have to come out of those rollback methodology and you have to roll a kind of advanced patching as in the option. So Windows Advanced Patching gives you the efficiency to manage thousands of devices. So Advanced Windows Patching gives you control to ensure that efficiency doesn't sacrifice the stability, security, or compliance. Together, they represent what update management should look like: fast enough to protect you, controlled enough to trust, and flexible enough to handle the inevitable expectation that makes enterprise IT both challenging and rewarding. So, with SureMDM's OS update of both automated and advanced patching, you will be able to achieve this. So, what's benefits to our customers? So, before getting into this, I would like to show you. Apart from, as I already showed you, that apart from Windows, we do also have a Mac, which is all with the advanced patching methodology, with all the Mac's OS latest versions, where you can select that particular patches and you can just install based on that particular devices which you have already created under the section of that particular device section based on the user group. So for iOS also it's a similar advanced patching, and for Linux device also it's a quite similar advanced patching with all the similar beautiful dashboard of patch status, patch distribution, and patch pendings. And also we have also catered this OS TV. I think you understand this, for Apple TV displays, Apple OS, which comes for with all your TV displays, the OS which has been installed under the display of Apple, even that has been given as in the approach of patch management. So with this, we will be able to let's understand what are the benefits for your customers. So as SureMDM 42 Gaze, at SureMDM 42 Gaze, we have been we have been giving the patch management for all the category of OS with Windows, Mac, Linux. And what are the benefits for our customers? So one control point for OS updates. So we don't have a multiple consoles, it's a one control point. We do have a single console. Faster vulnerability closure, which reduces the exposure of pushing a critical OS patch as soon as they are available. Based on our both flexible options, you can have the quick faster vulnerability updates released on the OS. So consistent security posture, policy-driven rollout. As we were talking about the rings, where you can customize or define the policy and create that particular ring and roll it out, and reduce your operational overhead. So based on this automation, you can reduce your operational cost. You need not to keep your IT admin who work on a rotation of the shift, who will be sitting on regular time in front of the console, managing the multiple patches, not required, which is with the automation of the OS updates, where you can create automated rings and you can roll it out, defining that particular period. Even if you want to run at the midnight 12 p.m., you can make sure that midnight 12 a.m., sorry, you can roll it out at that particular duration, and that has been deployed. So staged deployment, as we mentioned that we do have stages of deployment. So pilot, test stage, and then pilot installation, and OS update safety. So all this based on the stages we can do that. Minimalize the downtime risk. By testing, we can minimalize the downtime risk. Our canary ring, which is for the testing of that particular latest version of patch release and how it has been performing, how it is hampering the endpoints. Based on that, you can minimize the downtime risk. So real-time complaints visibility. So we do have a beautiful dashboard presentation where you can instantly see which devices have been pending, which devices has been completed, and you can also have the uninstallation option, the list of that particular patches which is not meeting the which is not getting up with the installation process, which is not rolling out for an OS updates, and which can be removed and checked and corrected, and we can roll it back later. So low support burden. So fewer issues cause a fragmented or outdoor or OS version. So lower support burden. So exactly, based on all this analysis, you can lower the support burden. End-to-end device health management. Move from patching apps to continuously securing the entire device stack. So here it is not only with like patching as in the process, patching as in the job process, patching updates as in the process of complaints. It is for your end user security. It's all about your security requirements of your company's data to be secured. Your company device cannot be exposed for any vulnerability. This is very important where we can balance the OS updates with together of advanced and automated patching. So this is all about OS updates for SureMDM and detailed overview of Windows patch management provided with SureMDM, where you can consider SureMDM as your Windows patch management software or a solution. Yes. So that's it for today's presentation. And these are our useful links, 42 Gears community and knowledge base, 42 Gears Academy. And you can have this particular link in YouTube for to get this recording. And we do have a Cosmos portal today. I think majority of the audience are partners, and most of them are Cosmos portal users, and they'll be able to understand what exactly is 42 Gears Academy, how can you get knowledgeable for the product and based on for sales and also for the technical, and we are there to support you for all your steps to ensure your customers are getting best out of best solution with the knowledge. Yeah. So thank you for attending. And one more reason for you to attend, or like more excitement to be created for everybody to attend every time. We do have such more webinars coming. By end of the year, we'll be having a lucky draw, and there will be a very good reward for those attendees as well. So any questions? Over to you, Chris.
I answered the questions already, Monica. We had one saying that if we're using patch management, can the users still control that? And the answer is we can set that. The admin can set that, so they can make it that they cannot or they can. The webinar is going to end, so if there are any more questions, audience, please do send them to Monica or myself, Chris Ayres at 42gears.com, and we will get back to you, or speak to your account manager. Monica, thank you very much for the webinar. It was very insightful, and we look forward to seeing the partners on the next one.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much to all the dearest partners over there. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.